Quite a different scene here today. There are no cars being stopped and searched like we saw last night. But take a look behind me. This facility has barbed wires all around it, but still, somehow, this inmate was able to get out. Posters of Porfirio Duarte Herrera plastered in front of local businesses surrounding Southern Desert Correctional Center. On it says he escaped September 27th, but Nevada Department of Corrections confirmed he escaped from prison Friday night.
Most likely that dude's in another state or country by now.
Paul Lunkwitz is the president of the Fraternal Order of Police, a union representing correctional officers in Nevada. We asked him how an inmate could plan an escape without being noticed for days.
The inmate was able to defeat his cell window with either the combination of battery acid or manipulating the frame to where he could open the window and, get out of there. I'm assuming he had worked at that for some time.
But as to why it took so long for someone to notice Herrera was gone, Lunkwitz confirms our report from yesterday that he placed a dummy made out of cardboard on his bed. But with it being so short-staffed, he says something like this was bound to happen.
Something like this doesn't happen, to the level that it did with just one breakdown. It doesn't happen by just one single breakdown. It's not one person's fault. This is a multi-level thing that factors contribute to allow for something like this to happen.
We have also learned at the time of the inmate's escape, the tower closest to the prison fence was not manned. He says head counts are done up to 7 times a day, with correction officers looking inside the prison cell to count for inmates. As for the chances of capturing Herrera, Lunkwitz says,
if he's really doesn't want to be found and he's really getting out of the country to non-extradition place or something like that, it'll take pure luck at this point, because if you're that many days behind somebody.
And today we also learned Metro Police is helping the U.S. Marshals in searching for this inmate, although it's unclear how far they're stretching their search. Brian and Denise.
So, Victoria, so many people have questions about how this even happened. No one was in the tower watching that fence, apparently, that he went through. I mean, is that typical?
Yeah, I learned today that the tower hasn't been manned since 2020, but I was also told that if they do capture someone trying to make an escape, that's when guns are drawn.
And one more question for you, Victoria. Is there any sort of reward being offered to help recapture this man?
Yeah, not too long ago, we learned from the U.S. Marshals that they are offering $5,000 for any information for anyone who can help in recapturing this inmate. You're asked to call police. Brian and Denise, back to you both in the studio.